Humorous, Hae-in smiles as Jung So-min and Choi Woo-sik miss a kiss backstage. Hello, lovely viewers of Yahoo Japan News, a warm greeting from our team. We're so glad you're here. If you enjoy playful, romantic behind-the-scenes scoops with a generous sprinkle of harmless teasing, please support our YouTube channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Your encouragement keeps us filming, giggling, and shipping the cutest on-screen and possibly off-screen moments. Now, grab a snack and settle in. This little backstage vignette is equal parts rom-com rehearsal and sitcom blooper. And it's impossible not to grin. Imagine a quiet studio space made luminous by soft lights, wedding gowns gently rustling on racks, and the steady hum of crew chatter. In the middle of it all, two actors rehearsing a tender, forehead kiss, in a wedding scene that's supposed to be sublime. Cue the cinematic slow motion, but then, delightfully, the romance goes sideways. One of the actors leans in, determined and cinematic, only to find his aim foiled by a rebellious, wispy lock of hair and perhaps a too fanciful sense of timing. Instead of the expected, graceful brush of a forehead, there's a comic near miss, a kiss that slides past its mark like a rubber duck down a water slide. The result, a perfectly imperfect moment that's somehow more charming than any flawless take. What makes the moment irresistible, and very human, is the reaction. The actress closes her eyes, waiting for the tender contact she's been rehearsing a dozen times. Seconds stretch, a beat passes, another. Then, unable to contain the absurdity of the situation, she bursts into giggles. The poised bride in a veil reduced to a laughing, slightly exasperated human being. The actor, cheeks flushed with equal parts embarrassment and amusement, tries again. Each attempt has the eager energy of a puppy trying to master stairs. There's a sweetness to his persistence. This is not a mechanical rerun of stage directions, but an improvised courtship full of good-natured insistence. Watching So-min crack up in the middle of this hilarious kiss-miss scene, audiences couldn't stop their minds from wandering straight back to a familiar face. Jung Hae-in, the co-star from her drama just a few months ago and the man fans love to whisper might be more than just a scene partner. That laugh, the one that bubbles up from deep inside her like a champagne cork popping, is exactly the same one she always shared with Hae-in on set. Fans still remember how the two of them used to dissolve into giggles over the smallest things, even when the camera wasn't rolling. So seeing her like this now, grinning uncontrollably under a fluttering veil, feels like déjà vu with a romantic twist, like the ghost of their chemistry is gently photobombing this new project just to remind everyone how much fun they have when they're together. And honestly, the mental image is too good to resist. If Hae-in happened to stroll onto this set right now, you can bet he wouldn't be able to keep a straight face either. The two of them would probably turn the missed kiss into a full-blown comedy routine, teasing each other mercilessly between takes, and laughing so hard the director would have to call for a water break. It's the kind of chaotic, contagious energy that makes fans wonder whether their bond ever really switches off when the cameras stop, because whether it's Choi Woo-sik trying and failing to land a forehead kiss or Jung Hae-in accidentally walking into the scene, one thing's for sure, if So-min's laughter is involved, there's always going to be someone laughing right alongside her. His amusement is not mocking. It's the soft appreciation of someone witnessing real, unrehearsed warmth. If films teach us that love looks cinematic, these backstage moments teach us that love is often messy, funny, and heart-melting. Precisely because it isn't perfect. There's a romance to the imperfection. The missed kiss becomes a small ritual. Each near miss writes a line in the story of two people learning each other's rhythms. The actor's persistent leaning, as if navigating an invisible obstacle course of stray hair and shy timing, reads like courtship in miniature. The actress's slow, anticipatory closing of her eyes followed by laughter is an intimate admission that, yes, she trusted the moment. And yes, she found the human who would make her laugh. The onlooker's smile is the punctuation mark. The audience in miniature, witnessing that sparks often start as sparks, and sometimes as giggles. Romantic clichés get a refresh in these scenes. Instead of the polished, edited version of passion we see on screen, the reality shows flustered affection and playful resilience. The forehead that was meant to be kissed becomes a stage prop for comic timing. The veil flutters like a character in its own right. You can almost hear the director muttering, "Cut," half to maintain continuity and half Because everyone on set is too enchanted to stop watching. And of course, what's better than a perfect take? A perfect mess that you'll laugh about in interviews for years. Let's be honest, there's also something cinematic about the almost kiss. Every rom-com has a beat where two people miss each other, literally, emotionally, spatially, and that tension is what keeps us invested. Here, that beat is literalized. A kiss that misses. It's an on-the-nose metaphor for how love requires practice, vulnerability, and the willingness to try again when the timing is off. Each playful failure builds trust. I'll try again, you can laugh with me. That, woven into a wedding scene rehearsal, becomes oddly profound. Of course, part of the charm comes from the details visible in the moment, the soft, luminous wedding attire, the way the veil drapes and briefly obscures the world, the minute telling expressions, a half smile, a tiny furrow of concentration, the way eyes crinkle when someone's about to laugh. These are the bits that editors love and fans swoon over. But more than that, they're human moments, captured in the middle of work. Reminders that actors are people who sometimes fumble their lines, sometimes miss their marks, and sometimes get up and try again, all with the same determination they bring to making a story feel true. Before we get carried away with hard-eyed commentary, a gentle note. This write-up includes observations and light-hearted inferences based on a circulating behind-the-scenes clip and images. Not every assumed motive, glance, or laugh is a certified fact. Sometimes a hair is simply a hair, and sometimes a missed kiss is just rehearsal. Treat this as affectionate commentary and speculation meant to celebrate the sweetness of the moment, not as definitive reporting. If you enjoyed this peek behind the curtain, please pop over to on YouTube. There we share more playful breakdowns, scene replays, and affectionate commentary for fans who love the behind-the-scenes as much as the final cut. Support our channel by subscribing, leaving a comment about your favorite on-set blooper, and sharing the video with fellow rom-com lovers. In the end, the missed kiss backstage isn't a failure, it's a tiny tale of persistence, laughter, and the small, goofy steps that make up romantic stories. Real love is messy, human, and often hilariously imperfect, and honestly, it's so much more fun to watch.